Possibly a strike runner to make that the thrust and the breakthrough in midfield.
Yeah, and that's what you'd think will be the difference in the team intuitively, that the Kenyans have those strike runners that can really bust the game open when they're playing against New Zealand or, in this case, in Spain. But Spain have been dogged. I think some of their players are probably playing a little bit above what you might think that they're personally capable of, so it's just been great to watch.
Yeah, just their third tournament this season for Spain, playing in mainly blue shirts from left to right. The referee from Singapore is Mr. Harry Mason.
Wants to watch really for Spain will be Pablo Feijó, the playmaker, and Javier Canosa, the big guy in the middle who really directs a lot of traffic and can make things happen.
Number 7, Pedro Martin, has shown some good touches as well. Kenya, they edged out the US of A earlier on today, a try right at the death to take it by 17 points to 15. Great to see the Kenyans in full flight here. They haven't really shown us what they are capable of during this weekend, but when they are on song, and it's great to see them celebrate, and they have such colourful supporters as well. A half chance, an early chance for the Kenyans, snuffed out there by Spain. Martin Heredia.
Kenya already down to 6 men. One of their players is injured in back play.
Yeah, so there's an advantage here in personnel. That's Pablo Feijó, the captain. Oh, well picked up there by Facundo Lavino, but Harry Mason on the spot that nudge forward. I think it may well be Leona Dongo who's down for Kenya. It's a tough weekend. People say, well, it's only 6 games, but it's it's a lot more than that.
The hardest thing really is backing up and having to warm up and then warm down again. It's just very difficult on your body. You know, you've had 14 minutes of intense exercise, bruising combat, as it were, and then you're asked to warm up and get your body into that state so you can go out and perform again. That's the difficulty.
Well, let's see what the replacement for Kenya can do. Number 12, William Ambaka, takes his place out wide in place of Leona Dongo. William Ambaka, just 20 years of age. Went with the Kenya A side to the Carlton Sounds in Sri Lanka last November. Could get a first touch of the ball here. There he is. The man affectionately known as Lomu. Well, he's certainly got the build, hasn't he? There's William Mbaka, first-year business admin student at Kenya Methodist University.
Yeah, fair enough there from Harry Mason. Spain coming in from the side.
Passing not as crisp as usual from the Kenyans as Victor Odur goes into contact. Humphrey Kayenge, the captain. Deceptively quick. Oh, not the best of passes, was it? And Lavina Senga won't thank him for that one. Might work out for Spain here. Behind their own try line, Humphrey Kayenge. Away he goes, in danger of becoming isolated. Now cuts back to strength. Mbaka goes in to wrestle that ball clear. It's advantage Kenya. It's very untidy.
It is untidy. I think Harry Mason's going to have a word to Spain, coming in from the side repeatedly.
I think it's Martin Heredia. He's only been on the field for some 2.5 minutes. I think this is his first start of the weekend, so he'll get 2 minutes in the bin.
Perhaps a little bit harsh. I think there was only 2 occasions, but he decided to take action early. No sweeper there, so it's a foot race.
Well, there's no doubt who's going to win this one. One with the number 1 on his back, Sydney Ashoya with the bounce behind. Oh, he really should have done better.
Yeah, he's given a penalty try there. Well, I think he's ruling that he's tackled without the ball, but
and that a try would have come.
Well, would have probably been scored, I think, as a ruling. But I think that if we look at this, if we can see the replay. Oh no, we get another card here. They're going to be down to 5 men.
Yeah, the captain was also dispatched.
But I think if we give the defensive player the benefit of the doubt, strong foot race here, the wonder of the elliptical shaped ball, as it gets tapped aside, that's Ashoya there, just a nice little tap, it's rolling away from him. As he goes to pick it up, that's when he gets tackled. So I think that's maybe just a bit too harsh. Certainly didn't take him out with any intent, you know, with any malicious motive there. But now they're going to be down to 5 men for a good minute and a half, and that's going to be very difficult for Spain.
Yeah, the ball was bouncing away from Sydney Ashoya. He wasn't able to control it, but surely Kenya must score now with 2 Spaniards in the sin bin, 5 and 4 and 6, Pablo Feiju and Martin Heredia. So 7-0 with the conversion of the penalty try. Spain have given the ball away. They really needed to retain possession, at least for a minute and a half.
I actually thought it was a Kenyan knock-on there, but in any event, they have possession. And look, you can see out there we have 3 Kenyan backs and just 1 defender from Spain.
Shoya waits. Clean possession to Lavina Sego. Out it goes to Mbaka. He's got pace as Mbaka, but really very well tackled.
Fantastic tackle there from Pedro Martin.
But the danger is still there, though, for Spain. Another penalty. But Collins Injera will have to come back to this mark. Ashoya to Oscar Uma, to Humphrey Kayenge. He has to score. In the corner, the captain gets his 4th try of the weekend. Yeah, he can celebrate, but it hasn't been a convincing display by Kenya.
No, just as simple as putting it through the hands after that penalty at the breakdown on the far side. And we can see there Martin Heredia just shaking his head. It's very frustrating. Almost impossible on a 7s field with 5 people, unless you're going to stop it at source. And Kenya just putting it almost like a training run, jogging through the hands. And a good try. Lovely kick. Fantastic conversion there.
2 tries, 2 conversions, 14 points to 0. Kenya's advantage, final minutes of the first half. Let's see how Kenya cope at the restart.
Spain back to 7.
Pablo Feiju, the captain, he'll want to make amends. That's the big man, Javier Canosa, big Madrid centre. Heredia goes in to release the ball. Through very, very quickly was Collins Injera. And the Kenyans these days, they don't mind the physical stuff either. And away comes Ignacio Martin. Into the wide open spaces, looks to bring in Carlos Blanco, the man with the headgear, to Heredia on the 10-metre line. Giving chase, though, is Oscar Uma, brings him down just outside the Kenyan 22. The hooter has blown. Kenya have possession, they get the penalty, and they're in the hunt for another try before referee Mason calls a halt at the end of the first half. Odur. Squat and strong Victor Odur, the ex-weightlifter who discovered rugby. PR and marketing manager, and his motto is forward forever, backward never. Victor Odur. So the game of the half can't finish on the penalty. Can Spain get a score before the break to bring them back into this match? Humphrey Kayenge looks to hold the ball carrier up to get the scrum. Might win it on the floor. No, it's still there. Canosa, a gap opens up, can't get the pass away, so he uses his strength to good effect. Lavino offloads to the captain, Feiju. Martin on his shoulder. Has he tackled high? No, play on, says referee Mason. Heredia thinks about passing the ball out to the open side, comes back on the narrow side where the big men are. Canosa.
Great turnover there from Kayenge.
The kick through from Ashoya. The bounce is kind this time now then, turning the defence inside and out. Carlos Blanco. It's a brilliant individual try for Sydney Ashoya. As soon as Kenya won that turnover ball, he knew exactly what he wanted to do.
Yeah, nice vision there from Sydney Ashoya. It was a great turnover from Kaenge. He's just taken a little bit of time on the ball. This is just after the turnover. Just has a look, realises it's turnover. There's no sweeper back there because the defensive line isn't formed. Just takes his time, lets it roll up his thighs, turning the defender inside out. That's Carlos Blanco. And then he's just got too many wheels for him on the outside.
The youngest ever captain of the Kenyan 7th squad, Sydney Ashoya. And that's brought the Kenyan supporters to their feet. It's another wonderful kick from Lavina Sengo. And Kenya go in at the break, leading by 21 points to 0.
Well, I'll tell you what, some of the teams might not like the conditions here at Murrayfield, but my word, fantastic conversions.
Ben Nayimba, he's the Kenyan coach, a former captain himself. It's Kenya's record to date. Best win was over Canada. And Australia close in the opening match.
Well, very tough ask for Spain, really, when you're taken down to 5 men. It's very difficult to not only maintain possession, but also just to put any kind of effective defensive line in place.
But they kept the scoreline tight, haven't they, against Wales first up yesterday. They lost by 10 points to England, and they defeated Portugal by 7-5 and Russia by 7-0. So they really need more exposure on the world stage. They competed quite a bit around the FIRA tournaments of Europe, but it's certainly a step up for them this season. Hong Kong was their first visit back there in, I don't know, about 10, 12 years probably. In London last week, and now here in Edinburgh for the final tournament of the HSBC IRB Sevens World Series. 21-0, that's Kenya's lead. Second half underway, bouncing ball.
Towering kick from Kenya.
Well, they've got all the basic skills. It's the passing that sometimes lets them down. Oscar Uma tries to get away from the Spanish defense. Kayenge. Mondi. Back to Kayenge again, to his brother Collins Injera, the top try scorer. Oscar Uma is such a live wire, isn't he? Injera. Kayenge. He's got Mbaka on the outside. There is Mbaka coming off his flank to look for work. Kenya retain possession, it spits out. Kenya still have it. Harry Mason right on the spot. Advantage Kenya, men over on the left. I'd have thought he'd have allowed advantage there. Sengo, top Kenyan point scorer. 10. Shifted out quickly. Ashoya. Got to keep an eye on him. So deceptive, Oscar Uma. It's the third try of the weekend for the number 5 from Nakuru RFC.
Well, the Spanish defence have been fantastic leading up to that try, but just a couple of slack tackles there out on the left-hand side, and really was weight of possession. This is from the last ruck. Slow ball. Spain do have time. You can see they've got hands on knees. They're tired. It gets shifted out to Uma. There isn't really very much on, but just falling off the tackles there, the captain Feiju, and also Facundo Lavino.
Loose forward in 15s in the Kenyan, full international player, Oscar Uma.
It's just what happens when fatigue sets. You become very arm-like in your tackling, you don't get shoulders on. And as it just compounds the error, the arm's just obviously not as strong as the shoulder parts of the body.
4 tries, 4 conversions, and it looks as if Kenya will face Scotland in the final of the Bowl, as they did in London last weekend. And Scotland narrowly won that one, 21 points to 19, and it was Andrew Turnbull who got the crucial try right at the death, speeding in from his own half. Yeah, Spaniards look very tired, as you say.
Well, 5 of them should be really tired. 2 of them should be a bit more well rested.
Yeah, we've had 2 minutes rest on the sidelines.
Touch. Pause. Engage.
Quick look. And the offload out wide to Biko Adima. He's the replacement with the headgear. There he is, wearing 7 from the Nondies Rugby Football Club. The utility back in 15s. Not used to the hard graft, perhaps, on the ground. It's Andrew Amonde wearing 3. It's good to say that the Kenyans have heeded our request. There was a time where we could hardly read the numbers on the backs of the Kenyans. Red on black, very difficult at times. Mbaka gives chase, but Harry Mason had spotted a knock-on.
Well, there's 3 minutes to go in this game. There's actually enough time for Spain to get back into it, but they must score, you would feel, very, very soon.
Yeah, 45 passes completed by Kenya, 4 converted tries. An injury to one of the Kenyan players. How do I know it's one of the Kenyans? Well, I can see the flashy boots. They love their fashion, don't they, the Kenyans? Some with purple boots, others with yellow, some with an orange flash as well.
Do you think they have like a special request for their boot provider? Can you send us the lairiest, most garish boots there are, please?
Well, they certainly win that competition hands down.
I wonder what they wear to the nightclubs afterwards. Because if they wear these ones when they're playing,
I don't know what they wear, but they've got a nifty dance routine when they win, I can assure you. When they celebrate well. Round very quickly was Cindy Ashoya. Can't prevent Heredia from getting the pass away. 2.5 minutes. Spain just can't get on the score sheet here. That's been their problem throughout this weekend, is getting to the whitewash. They complete the passes more often than not accurately. Retaining possession here through Juan Cano, another representative of the Madrid Rugby Club. And how did that happen? Ashoya, he spotted a gap again. He spotted that there was no sweeper at home. Looking for the bounce once more. Sydney Ashoya, 5 meters short from the Spanish try line. I think the Spaniards need the Spanish Armada here, Johnny.
Great tackle from Poggi there to save that try. Just some really good rugby 7s there. Fantastic vision from Ashoya. And then Poggi just hammering across. Absolutely crushed him. Unfortunately, they gave away a penalty at the ensuing ruck. And you would back Kenya to put the game out of sight right now.
Lamine Sengo on the ball to Andrew Amonde, using his weight and height as well. Out it comes. Has to be a try, surely, but who's going to score it? It's the replacement. Biko Adima gets his first try of the weekend. Not a regular starter, off the bench. Biko Adima makes his presence felt.
Well, we had the old truck and trailer move from 15s rugby. Here we see Kenya taking it in, using the battering ram of the player and someone immediately behind. It's also makes the ball available quickly, and it's just a matter of putting it through the hands. I actually thought he might have blown it there, attempting the cutout, but actually it was nicely taken there by Biko Adima. Showed good presence of mind, ball in 2 hands, and a nice try.
He scored 6 tries in Wellington this year, did Biko Adima. 48 points to his credit as well, second only to Declan O'Donnell, was absent from Edinburgh this weekend. Prolific try scorer for New Zealand, Declan O'Donnell. 33-0 then, that's Kenya's lead. The conversion missed. 20 seconds or so remain. Kenya comfortably into the bowl final, and Spain will go home, but they've won a lot of new friends here in Edinburgh this weekend. Feiju, the captain, to Heredia. That's Marcus Poggi as the hooter blows. Spain still desperate for a try in this match. They've not been nilled once this weekend. Get another chance. Javier Carrion Cano into midfield for Pablo Feiju Canosa. Again, possession is lost in the tackle. Will Sydney Ashoya kick it out? Yes, he will. That's enough. We're into the final.
He hasn't found touch.
Well, that was the idea. Kenya down to 6 men. An injured player in Oscar Uma. So a chance then for Spain to break their duck into referee time. Kenya competing for the ball. And they have it through Adima initially. And here they come to round it off in style. Kenya with a comprehensive win, strolling in. I think it's Oscar Uma.
Well, if you can't kick it out, just run it in for a try. Great stuff. Good pace on the outside from Aduma.
Yeah, probably the best performance we've seen from Kenya this weekend. They kept their cool, they kept their composure. More than that, they kept the ball as well as keeping the scorer busy. And that conversion brings the 40 points up for Kenya. And for the first time this weekend, Spain have failed to score. So Kenya will meet Scotland in the final of the bowl competition.